All right, buckle up because we're diving deep into Tesla's Q2 2024 earnings call. And let me tell you, this transcript is electric.
Seriously, there's a lot to unpack here.
We're talking record revenues, those robotaxis everyone's been buzzing about, even a sneak peek at Optimus, their humanoid robot.
Yeah, but we got to start with the elephant in the room. Competition. Tesla's facing more of it than ever in the EV market.
It's true. It's getting crowded out there. So is this a blip for Tesla or the start of, like a real showdown? Because Elon Musk seemed pretty chill about it, like it's no big deal.
Well, yeah, he did, but here's the thing. A lot of these other car companies are having to offer some pretty hefty discounts on their EVs, which kind of messes with everyone's profit margins.
Ouch. Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. So Musk is basically betting that those discounts aren't sustainable.
So it's a game of chicken. Whoever flinches first loses.
Kind of, yeah. But Tesla's got a few aces up its sleeve. Their self-driving tech, for one, is light years ahead of everyone else. Musk seems to think that's going to be the deciding factor, not just the price tag.
Makes you wonder why other companies aren't further along with self-driving. But we'll circle back to that later. Let's talk about the good stuff. Tesla's energy business is killing it.
Seriously, it's exploding. Their energy storage deployments, especially the Megapack, those things are flying off the shelves, record numbers this last quarter.
It's amazing how fast that part of their business is growing.
It's crazy they're actually struggling to keep up with demand.
Didn't they just announce plans for a new mega factory in China to try and keep up?
They did, and it's not just another factory. This one could triple their production of Megapacks, which is huge, especially considering the competition they're facing, even in China, with all the battery manufacturers over there.
Yeah, for real.
Tesla's making a real statement, though, carving out their space in that global energy market.
And it feels like this is about more than just selling batteries, right?
Oh, absolutely. I think this could be a game changer for the whole renewable energy scene. I mean, think about it. The cheaper and easier it is to store energy, the faster we can ditch fossil fuels.
It's like we're getting a glimpse of a future running on sunshine and good vibes. Okay, so we've got mega factories, massive deals, but what about us regular folks? What about the everyday driver? Tesla's cooking up a new affordable model, right?
They are. Details are still kind of hush-hush, but they confirmed it's in the works and should be out early next year.
Everyone I know is dying to know what they're going to call it. Any hints about the name?
You know Tesla, they love a good reveal. We'll have to wait and see.
The suspense is killing me. All right, well, while we're waiting with bated breath, let's shift gears and talk about another way Tesla's pushing the boundaries. Autonomy.
Now, that's where things get really interesting. We're talking about FSD and robotaxis, and Musk dropped some serious hints about the future of both.
Okay, let's unpack that because FSD has been, well, let's just say it's been a hot topic. So what's the latest?
Well, they're rolling out version 12.5 of FSD as we speak, and Musk is calling it a step change improvement.
Classic Musk, always hyping things up. But really, what's different this time around?
Okay, so this version actually has like 5 times the parameters of the previous one.
Okay, explain that to me like I'm not a computer scientist. What does that even mean, parameters?
Right, so basically think of parameters as the brain cells of the software. The more parameters, the more the car can understand and react to all the crazy stuff that happens on the road.
So more brain cells, smarter car, makes sense.
Exactly, and this gets us closer to that whole autonomy thing everyone's talking about.
Speaking of things everyone's talking about, those highway lane changes, have they fixed those yet? Because I keep hearing stories.
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Okay.
This version combines the highway and city driving, like the stacks for both. So that should make things smoother, I'd hope, no matter where you're driving.
Fingers crossed. So how confident is Musk in all this?
Pretty confident. He said they're going to start giving every single Tesla buyer a demo of FSD when they pick up their car now, just to prove how good it is.
Bold move. Okay, let's talk robotaxis. Any updates there? That's been the dream for a while.
Yeah, the big reveal got pushed back again, actually. October 10th is the new date.
Another delay. Come on. What's the holdup this time?
Musk claims he's making some last-minute design changes, wants to add a few surprises.
Right, because who doesn't love a good cliffhanger? But this robotaxi, it's supposed to be totally autonomous, right? Like, no steering wheel or pedals?
That's the plan, yeah. Navigating roads without any human intervention. Although some experts are saying removing the steering wheel entirely is asking for trouble.
Yeah, I can see that. It's a gamble for sure, especially with GM just scrapping their whole autonomous vehicle program.
True, that definitely raises some eyebrows.
So what makes Tesla so different? Why does Musk think he can succeed where others have failed?
Well, he's basically saying Tesla's approach is just way more advanced. They're using AI that's designed to understand the world more like we do, not just relying on maps and sensors.
So he's basically building the future while everyone else is stuck in the present. But can he pull it off?
Only time will tell. Speaking of the future, remember Optimus, that humanoid robot?
Oh, yeah, the robot butler. That was still like a sci-fi fantasy, right?
Not anymore. They're already here.
Hold on, seriously. Like, they're actually walking around building cars.
Not building cars just yet, but that's the goal. For now, they're doing simpler stuff on the factory floor, like gathering data and learning. Think of it as robot boot camp.
Robot boot camp. I love it. So what's the timeline on these things? When can I get one to fold my laundry?
Well, Musk said they're aiming for a limited production run of the first version early next year, but just for Tesla to use in-house, like beta testing.
Yeah.
Then the plan is to start selling them to the public by 2026.
So in a few years, we could all have our own Optimus Prime. This is wild.
It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
Hi.
And Musk seems convinced that Optimus could be even more valuable than their entire car business combined.
Whoa, hold on. More valuable than their cars. How does that even work? Yeah, I mean, I get the potential is huge, right? If these robots can do pretty much anything a human can, where does it even stop?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're talking about like revolutionizing whole industries, from manufacturing to like healthcare, even just having your own personal assistant.
Okay, now I am picturing a robot butler bringing me snacks. But seriously, if Optimus is as big as Musk seems to think, how much are these things going to cost?
That's the big question, isn't it? He's hinted that they want to make Optimus affordable, potentially even cheaper than a car.
Wait, cheaper than a car? Okay, now you've got my attention. But we're talking about serious AI here, right?
Yeah.
Like, these robots are learning, making decisions. Doesn't that take massive computing power?
You're telling me. And get this, even Tesla, with all their tech, they're feeling the pinch from that whole global GPU shortage.
No way. Even Tesla, I thought they had mountains of those things.
Everyone wants those high-powered chips, those NVIDIA ones especially. Even Elon Musk can't just snap his fingers and get all he wants.
Wild.
Yeah.
So what's the solution?
Well, he's doubling down on Dojo, their own in-house AI chip.
Dojo. Sounds kind of badass, not gonna lie.
Right. Musk is convinced Dojo can outperform those NVIDIA chips, and he's pouring money into developing it.
It's like he wants to build the brain and the brawn all in-house. Bold move going up against NVIDIA like that.
Totally. But this is Elon Musk we're talking about.
Yeah.
And it gets even wilder. Get this. He's got this idea, distributed computing, he calls it.
Okay, now you have to explain that one. What is distributed computing?
So picture this. Millions of Teslas just sitting around in garages, parked, not being used. He wants to use all that downtime, all those cars, as like one giant supercomputer.
He wants to turn our cars into a giant brain.
Pretty much. Think about the possibilities. Scientific research, simulations, even more advanced AI development.
My mind is officially blown. This guy is playing on a whole other level.
Right. But we can't forget the other big thing looming out there. AGI.
Artificial general intelligence, as in AI that's as smart as humans, maybe even smarter.
That's the one. And Musk has made it clear he's got concerns, even started his own company, XAI, to make sure AI development doesn't go all Terminator on us.
Yeah, good point. But doesn't that seem like a distraction, running another company while trying to build robots and revolutionize the car industry?
Some people think so, but Musk claims Tesla is actually benefiting from the research XAI is doing, especially for self-driving.
Interesting. So his companies are kind of feeding off each other.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Whether that's a good thing or not, well, that's a whole other conversation.
Definitely a lot to think about. So what's the takeaway for our listeners today? What's the big picture?
The big picture is things are changing fast, like really fast. And Tesla's right there at the forefront of it all, whether it's electric cars, self-driving, even robots.
They're not just building cars, they're building the future.
Exactly. So if you want to keep up with where tech is headed, keep your eyes on Tesla.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And there you have it, folks. Another deep dive in the books.